Some other players to watch tonight for Orem. They're going to go at quarterback with Tayden Kaava, who's putting up some really nice numbers. To a little more in-depth on Orem this season. They've really scheduled up in their non-region as they usually do, but they started out with Pleasant Grove. Huge win there, blew out the 6A team from Region 3. They follow that up with a come-from-behind win over American Fork, a thriller there. So they got wins over Pleasant Grove, wins over American Fork, and then they go on the road again last week and again fall behind but have a come-from-behind win over the Farmington Phoenix, a team you saw earlier this season on Game Night Live, a team that's struggling right now but a team with a lot of talent. So the Tigers have proven a lot this year so far, and Kaava has been really key to that. He's been a really key player along with Kawe Akana and Fleti Iongi that you mentioned. On the other side, the Jaguars, we mentioned that loss against Highland. I think they learned a lesson from that, Sly. When you have a game in hand and you're the preseason pick to win your region, maybe a young team like that needed to learn a hard lesson, and they did by responding the next week against Alta, a come-from-behind win there. That's the kind of momentum-building win. Now you come into tonight, Sly. If West Jordan gets a win over Orem on their home field, then you really have to take this team seriously in 5A.
Well, you definitely do. Orem, of course, with those 2 wins over those big 6A schools, we know the year that Pleasant Grove had last year, and we know what American Fork brings to the table each and every year. And so getting those 2 big wins as a 5A opponent is exactly how you want to start the year. And West Jordan, take that information. No game is won before it's played. So you come out here, you're at home, you have the advantage, you make it happen. West Jordan can start their mark and really put everybody on notice here in 5A.
They just had the coin toss. The Jags will receive tonight. They will start the game on offense, Orem on defense. And the Jaguars ready to take the field here in this Game Night Live matchup. Jaguars. And now it's Orem's turn. The Tigers take the field on their sideline. And we're about ready to go here.
Those beautiful jerseys, black and sky blue. I love that combination.
Got a little Utah Hockey Club vibe, right? I know West Jordan was here first, but it's a...
Somebody stole from somebody.
I think so. I think so. So maybe West Jordan inspired our new NHL franchise.
For sure, it looks great. West Jordan will get the ball first. They'll have the ability to strike first and see what they can do coming out in this football game. You know, I've always been indifferent on whether to kick first to get the ball at halftime or just get the ball to start the game. You know, I think it depends on the team that you have. If you have the firepower and security that, like, look, I know my team needs a jump, and let's get started at the jump. I have a great game plan. I want to implement this first drive. It's just like when Utah played Oregon on College Game Day last year, right? Oregon knew exactly what they're doing. That first drive of theirs was so orchestrated that they're like, I want the football. I'm going to start this game because I want Utah to play from behind. That's the same thing you could do as an opponent. You can start with the football here, have a couple trick plays drawn up or some beautifully schemed plays, and get this game started off the right foot. Next thing you know, the momentum is all in your favor.
You just saw number 12 for West Jordan. Nia Ioapo is back to receive.
Kicking off for the Tigers will be number 13, Akana.
Kawe Akana is not only one of their most explosive players on offense, but he's also their kicker tonight. He'll at least handle kickoff duties.
Well,
and we are underway here at West Jordan.
When you got a guy that athletic, just like Jerome Meyer was kicking kicks for Corner Canyon, you'd know that there's not going to be too many kick returns. Your safety is one of the most athletic people on the kickoff or on the team, and so like. That presents a lot of different factors. One, you can kick off, and then 2, you can make plays.
At quarterback for West Jordan is Tyson Demke, the junior, 5'9", 150 pounds. He led that comeback win last week. Got another couple nice touchdown passes. You'll also hear a lot about Julius Molatalo. Quick pass here. Ooh. juggles the ball and could not come up with the catch. Quentin Talau, the intended receiver, and Riker Mickelson made him pay a price.
Yeah, so you got to catch the ball first, and you see Orem is very fast to the football. That means double moves, out and ups, switch routes, things like that will be able to trigger an aggressive defense. You got to have a game plan, but all of that means nothing if you can't catch the football.
So we got second down for the Jaguars. Orem showing blitz. They bring the heat.
Nice.
West Jordan goes with the running game. And
That's
really
great.
nice game.
Be third down and half a yard, or if they're going to give them the first down. That was a very, very nice run.
And they go right back to Talau after he dropped the pass.
He's very shifty in the hole, but even more so after contact, he picks up a couple more yards and picks up the first down. That's the momentum you need. You got to keep this thing going.
10 yards on his first carry for Quentin Talau. So 1st and 10, West Jordan. And around. Gets the sideline before he's pushed out of bounds, about 3 or 4 yards. That's Gio Polanco with the carry.
It's a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 now coming up for the Jaguars.
Polanco, a senior, will play that slot. You see him coming on that jet sweep from that slot position. 4 receiver set here for West Jordan.
2nd down and 7.
Demke hands it off to Lau. Going nowhere. That Orem defense wraps him up quick.
That's great. That's a 3-yard gain right there. That makes it 3rd down and 4. It's very manageable. You can open the playbook here. You can do a lot of different things. You're gonna get Orem playing the sticks, which means they're gonna be highly aggressive. So I would do 1-2s here. I would do a level. I would do a short out route here to the field side and have somebody go deep. You're gonna get single coverage deep if you do go deep, but you're gonna see Orem be kind of aggressive to play the sticks. Well, that doesn't help you with a false start.
So West Jordan loses
Number 50. Remains 3rd down.
those 5 yards they gained.
3rd down now and 8 coming up for the Jaguars.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8. New running back in the game for West Jordan. The pass was intended for Nia Iapo, but he cannot hold on to it, and the Jaguars are forced to punt.
Yeah, I mean, as the competition gets stiffer as the year goes on, the opportunities for mistakes are very slim. You know, the false starts, the mental errors, you can't have those. Those really stalled this drive. You made it 3rd and manageable, and then you got a false start and made it a 3rd and 10. Makes it very difficult.
Nice punt, but a very returnable kick.
Youngie.
That's Iyangi, Fleti Iyangi. Down the sideline has a lane. He's finally pushed out.
And that's going to get a block in the back.
That flag's going to help. The Tigers returned it almost to the Jaguars' line of scrimmage, but this is going to go back a few yards after the penalty.
Yeah, it was a clear block in the back over there. I mean, we got the sun right in our eyes, but we could definitely see that from here. Yeah, 15-yard penalty. I don't think Orem's worried about it, those dynamic guys.
Blindside block against the returners. 15 yards, 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, old school football, you know, you look for those. But nowadays it's like you got to be smart because you rip away a huge return right there. Almost just use a kind of box out basketball method with those type of blocks if the defender isn't looking at you.
So Orem's first shot on offense. We mentioned Taden Kaava at the open. He's emerged as their starting quarterback. They had 2 juniors with experience, Ingham and the other. But right now they're going with Kaava.
Youngie in motion.
The catch is made by Akana. And he's brought down. A nice tackle by number 85 for West Jordan.
It's a good tackle right there.
Carl Talanoa.
Great tackle right there. You do exactly what you want to do. And you get a guy on the outside like this, you make sure you take the outside leverage to force him back inside to all the pursuit players right there. They did a great job of technique on the outside by the corners at forcing Akana back inside.
Gain of 3. Second down for Orem. Ooh, ball looked loose for a moment. Is it loose?
I would
What's
say
the call?
yeah. Yes.
West
yes.
Jordan's got it.
Yes. That's
It's a
what
turnover.
you need.
So they forced Faleti Iyangi to fumble it, and the Jags come up with it.
Yeah, but that's multiple players around the football. Soon as he was in the grass, people were ripping at the football, and they got that ball out. Look here, he's going to make contact in the hole here, but people are ripping at the football right there, and the ball is out.
I could not see who stripped it, but Aiden Dean came up with it. Great
no
team effort
replays in
there.
high school.
Great job by that West Jordan defense, and now they're in Orem territory.
Ball handed off up the middle.
Nice carry.
Cody Johnson, who's tackled by number 2, Vaya. Johnson picks up 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 now coming up for the Jaguars.
Cody Johnson, the junior running back, with the carry. Now Demke's going to pass. Going deep, taking a shot. Too much on it.
He had a guy.
Tyson Demke's pass incomplete, intended for number 12.
He was looking for Iapo and just had too much juice on it. So now it's third down. Hey, second down, you get that kind of a run on first down, why not take a shot?
Why not? You know, as I said, around this area of the football field, your opponent's 45 to 40 is when you take those. He was open. You got to put a little bit more touch on it and a little bit more accuracy, and that's a touchdown if Dimke does that.
So Cody Johnson remains in the game at running back. Demke with 4 receivers. He's going to hand off to Johnson. Johnson with a nice
Great
push.
call.
It's close. He's at the 40. I think he's about a yard short. But it's you're going for that there. Unless they decide to punt.
I would. It doesn't look like they are, but I would.
You're almost in that territory where...
I mean, here he's trying to pin him deep. You got to understand, Orem started right here the last drive, so it's really 6s if you want.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's going to punt it here or fake punt. Fake punt, give it to your big boy in the punt protection right there and have him run it right up the middle. Too many people on the field for Orem.
False start.
Oh, false start.
For West Jordan. They jumped up front.
Snap
they
infraction,
don't have a deep
number
man.
45.
They
Still
didn't
fourth
have a
down.
deep man right there.
They did not. So they had 10 men on the field.
Yeah. No, they had 11, but everybody was up because they're trying to make sure that they punted it.
They're definitely punting now. They create a little bit more space. Low snap, but he gets it off. Iyangi trying to make up for his mistake previous. Down the sideline, he's electric. Iyangi, he's got room. Past midfield. The punter's got a shot. They finally catch up to him. Not before Iyangi returns that 70 yards.
Down to the 15-yard line.
Forget about that fumble.
Right. And that's the deal with Akana and Iyangi. These guys are lightning in a bottle. They can make anything happen on any play here. But look at this. It's hard to catch it in the sun, but as soon as he does, get right upfield, tightrope the sideline, vision and speed. Speed in the open field. I think he just got a little tired here, having to cut back all the way across the field. But great job by Iyangi making this already in the red zone.
So Polanco comes up and makes the tackle to save the touchdown. But now Orem tries to finish this off. Jet sweep. Tackles made.
Ball's handed off to number 13.
It was Akana on the carry. And not much there. That West Jordan defense so far has been very impressive. in the short time they've been on the field.
Loss of 3 on that play. 2nd down and 13 coming up for the Tigers.
The Jaguars are coached by Ron Halbert. This is his 4th season leading this program. They have a 20-13 record in his first 3 years here. Now 21-15 if you count this season's games. Catch is made. Akana breaks a tackle. Akana dancing into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Tigers strike first.
Yeah, I would just make sure that I got 2 people on Akana and Youngie at all times. The problem is that these guys line up everywhere on the football field, so you just don't know where. They're not consistently lined up in one area, so they're just dangerous. But I would have a guy following him. He was too open on that initial catch. Somebody's got to be right over the top of him. But, again, elusive in the field, gets into the end zone. Akana with the ball is dangerous. And he's your kicker.
He does it all for Orem. Kawe Akana. It's off to a great start this season, and that continues into this game. Bad snap, but it's handled, and the kick is up and good. So the Tigers get the extra point, and they have jumped out to a 7-0 lead with 7:15 left. Here's another look at the touchdown. Pretty simple. Akana just breaking tackles.
Yeah, that's one. He's a big body.
Nothing
right here. See, that is way too much space. If you're baiting somebody and then you got to attack that hip and trying to tackle a big guy like that with your arms, it's not going to happen. You got to put your whole body on him with proper technique. Attack the upfield shoulder and bring him down, because then Akana's got legs. That's why he's your kicker. So you got to take his legs away from him, and with that, you just gave him way too much space.
Akana's 6'3", 200 pounds. So your average high school athlete's going to have a hard time bringing him down. So it's going to have to be a group effort tonight for West Jordan. Akana, no rest. He does everything for them, including kickoff duties.
Akana's kick out of the back of the end zone. The Jaguars will take over at the 20-yard line. A West Jordan Jaguar. 1st down.
So let's see what answer West Jordan has here. Again, they fell behind last week early to Alta and then stormed back for a convincing win. Scored 28 unanswered points. They were down 21-3 and end up winning 31-21. Demke hands it off. Tackles made. Polanco with the carry. A.J. Snow with the tackle for Orem. That's a loss.
He got back to the line of scrimmage on that.
2nd down and 10 now coming up for the Jaguars.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, West Jordan, you got nothing to lose. You got Orem, who's a very, very talented team. I got to be aggressive. I saw a little bit of hope when I went deep. I'd go deep again.
That's what he's going to do. Demke in trouble, though. The pocket collapses, and he goes down.
Tyson Demke sacked in the backfield by number 24, Calvin Gardner.
Yeah.
Calvin Gardner gets there
About 5 yards.
and gets the sack.
Add a 6-man pressure in there. One-on-one on the outsides. But you got to have time. Demke's not the tallest. 5'9".
Snow is in there as well. A.J. Snow, who makes back-to-back plays for this Tigers defense. Now it's 3rd and 15. Demke,
Pressure
blitz comes.
coming.
Doesn't get rid of it.
That's a fumble.
Is that a fumble? No, they're calling it an incomplete pass. It moved forward.
Tuck rule.
Pass incomplete.
Charles Woodson would be pissed.
Play broken up by number 4.
Yeah, Charles Woodson would be pissed. That's the tuck rule, exactly.
That was a punishing blow. Riker Mickelson delivers it.
Yeah, Demke's got to feel that pressure before the snap and be like, I got to get this ball out. I got to go.
It's a young quarterback that's got to recognize that blitz.
Yeah, because they did not hide it. You saw that blitz coming before the ball was snapped, and you just got to see it.
Penalty flags on the play.
What's going on here?
False start again. I don't think the ball ever made it back to the
Illegal
punter.
snap. Number 45. Still 4th down.
There you go.
Still 4th down.
Just let it go to the second quarter.
The sun is blaring here.
Yes, it is.
It's a beautiful night for football, but bear with us. Details are a little hazy from the booth down to the field. We're doing our best with this west-facing press box.
Stevie Lewis's kick out of bounds.
Oh, what is he doing? Oh my gosh. What is he doing?
Ball will be played
Where is this going to be spotted?
at
But the 37.
I mean,
where the Tigers will take over.
I'd never seen that. The line judge ran past where he was going to do it and then walked up another 12 to 15 yards to respot. I'm just like, why didn't you just stay there? But hey, 37 yards to go for Orem here on offense.
And this offense doesn't need any help.
No, they don't. You saw the way that they were able to, well, on the punt return, Iyangi was able to get them in scoring position, but these guys have no problem with picking up yards. Crack block.
Iyangi on the carry. Weaving his way through West Jordan defenders. Picks up the first down.
Great crack block right there by O'Connor. This was great. Is these two guys are dynamic, right? It goes literally Iyangi's turn, O'Connor's turn, Iyangi's turn, O'Connor's turn. But they also block very well for one another. We saw the short smoke screen on the first play of the game. We saw Iyangi blocking great for O'Connor, and there, great crack block right there by O'Connor for Iyangi on that. Okay, so last play was Iyangi. Let's see if they go back to him.
Kava under center.
And they do.
Back to Iyangi. West Jordan's defense up to the task this time, but not before he gets about 4 or 5 yards in the carry.
Number 35, Nick Bryant, in on the tackle.
Good job by the linebackers on that play. Nick Bryant gets credit for the tackle. Second and about 5 for Orem. Tigers showing multiple formations. Now motion to the right, Kava over the middle. Catch is made.
Pass complete to number 5, Kai Wesley.
That is Kai Wesley,
How about that?
the junior tight end, 6'7", 210.
How about that for a target?
First down
And you know that with a body like that, there's a lot of colleges interested in him.
Oh, for sure. Tight end, that's a junior. He still got a whole year to develop. In this offseason, he could get a little bit more speed. They could get a little bit more size. 6'7", running a spread offense. I mean, you guys are going to see what Utah's doing with Caleb Lohner, the basketball player, but this is exactly the same thing here.
Kava with the pitch. Nice run all the way to the goal line. Close. They're going to mark him into the end zone.
Wow.
For the touchdown.
Beckham Curtis.
Beckham Curtis, the sophomore, comes into the game and plows his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Looked very natural on that.
What a power run that was.
That was awesome. Great vision, great play call right there. Great job by Kaava at sucking up the defensive end right there, making sure that he committed to the quarterback and then pitched the ball, giving Curtis enough room to score on that.
Point after attempt is good. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Tigers 14, the Jaguars.
Look here, watch Kaava's. The DN commits all the way up to him, and then Curtis just does the rest. Keeps his feet moving all the way to the end zone. Great job right there. Orem's up 14-0.
Great start for the Tigers, even with a fumble on their first offensive possession. It's the only thing that stopped them so far is their own mistake. So now the Jaguars, we mentioned the slow start last week. I don't think they can afford a same type of start tonight. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jags will try to find some answers on offense. So far, they have not had much success. Kana, with that strong leg, sends another one into the end zone for a touchback. I don't think we're going to see any returns tonight.
Out of bounds into the end zone. Jaguars will take over at the 20-yard.
So the Jags will start this drive at the 20-yard line.
First down.
Demke comes in with the play into the huddle. He's got trips to his left. Catch is made on the bubble screen.
Pass complete outside to number 12 by
Nia Iapo.
For the Tigers, number 4, Riker Nicholson. Jaguars will pick up 5 on the play. Second down.
Well, I mean, how would you go about this if you're West Jordan right now? I mean, things seem really easy for Orem on offense. How do you get back into this before this gets out of hand?
You need an explosive play. Let's see if they can find one. That ain't it. It's wrapped up quickly. Great job by the Orem defense.
And that's what Orem's going to do right now. Orem's going to blitz. That means you're going to have not a lot of time in the pocket, but you're going to get one-on-one coverage on the outside. So I would go max protection, right? Protect yourself, create a nice little QB cup like we talk about all the time, and just have a dynamic guy go one-on-one on the outside in body position.
That was Jay and Polanco wrapped up by that Tiger defense. All right, third and about 6 or 7. Deep shot again into double coverage, intercepted. The Tigers come up with the turnover. Easton Finch with the pick.
Yeah, that's just a terrible read right there by Dimke. You're just throwing the ball. You're not reading what you got going on right there.
That'll bring up a first down for the Tigers.
You got to take what you can get right there. Keep this drive going. Nia Loapopo was wide open in the flat right there. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. Give him the football. He picks up the first down, and you keep this going. There was 2 guys on that fade route. They did not buy whatever fake you were doing on that. So you got to read that. If the defense isn't reacting to it, don't throw it.
Great field position once again for Orem. Kava. Catch is made. Akana. They finally bring him down, but not before he gains about 18 on first down.
You can probably see exactly why these guys beat Pleasant Grove and American Fork.
Yeah. They've got 6A talent.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, we just seen Beckham Curtis score on that last drive, and he's a sophomore. Yeah. They've got depth, and they got years behind it. There's a lot of talent on this football team. Lance Reynolds is doing a terrific job. See a good football culture, a football program here. They've been on top each and every year.
Man in motion for Orem. Kaava kicks it out to Friyangi, a little too high and incomplete. Incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete.
Was it?
It was close.
Was
and
it
West
a
Jordan
lateral?
was right to try to score with it,
right?
Just in case, but
sure.
They blow it dead.
That brings up second down and 10.
No review in high school football. So the whistle's dead. We move on.
Is that even a reviewable play?
Not if the whistle blows, right?
Yeah.
Not if the whistle blows. I guess you could review possession, but
yeah, and that would be up to the referee to
exactly.
Let it play out. So if we review it, then it's incomplete.
But if they blow the whistle before they secure the ball, you don't even have possession. So
right.
They call it an incomplete pass. On to the next, second down and 10. Kaava.
Crossing routes.
Catch is made by Iongi. We got a flag in the backfield. Not before.
That's complete to Iongi.
Iongi with a nice game, but it's coming back.
Yeah, there's just no way that I'm leaving Iongi or Akana open like that. Just no way. Even the 6'7" tight end you got over there. I'd go one-on-one with him.
Holding, number 75. Repeat second down.
That'll bring things up to 10 yards. second down and 20.
They catch Noah Ciafale
The Tigers.
committing a crime.
Ka'ava looks comfortable in the pocket, though. I like he's throwing some solid balls, making some great decisions. Well, I mean, I think every single play is Akana or Ilangi, so not too much to think about.
Ka'ava, handoff.
Wow.
Nice run off to the races.
Wow.
Oliver Bills. We got another flag.
They're going to call holding on the receiver right there, which is going to bring that back, make it second down and 10 again.
Spot foul, correct?
Yes. 10 yards from the spot.
During the play, holding, number 9 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
Second down and 12 now coming up for the Tigers. Timeout.
I think that got the number wrong. Bills can't hold for himself, but
Running so fast our cameras can't catch the block.
the Tigers have speed.
Yes, they
They're
do.
showing it so far in the first quarter.
And again, that's Oliver Bills, another junior. They got contributors in the underclass. It's going to be awesome. They're going to be good this year, next year, and the year after as well.
Timeout was called by West Jordan. Trying to talk some things over here offensively. There's just too much space for the Tigers to work with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and even if they get a penalty,
they're creating that.
They're shaking it off. They're like, okay, we got a penalty. Who cares? We'll get it back. That's the type of confidence you want your team to have. But as a defense, you got to find Akana. You got to find Ilangi.
Ka'ava taking a shot over the middle. Caught!
Curtis.
Inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Again, the sophomore.
6, Curtis.
Beckham Curtis.
First of all, just look at this throw by Ka'ava. Look at him step into it and deliver. That is a strike right down the seam. Great seam route right there. You cause attention with the under route. Yeah, you bring Akana on the outside to get not even one-on-one. There's just a split the zone right there by Curtis. Amazing job.
Ka'ava hands it off. Bills into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oliver Bills into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And Orem has a 20-0 lead with the PAT coming up next.
See, these guys are playing all over the field. I mean, you've seen Curtis in the backfield. You've seen Oliver Bills in the backfield. You've seen Akana in the backfield. You've seen Ilangi in the backfield. It is so hard to consistently match up with this team when they're in so many different positions on the football field from play to play.
Akana with the extra point. It is good. And the Tigers have a 21-0 lead with 1:32 to play here in the first quarter. Here's another look at the Bills' touchdown.
Just great blocking right there. Just follow the big boys and they'll put you in the end zone. Great run right there. Bills, again, he's just a junior. But you can see how dynamic he was. You saw on that draw play that got called back. This guy can get out and make some moves, man. So this team, they just got playmakers all over. I know we talk about Ilangi and Akana, but while they're drawing all the attention, these other guys can make it rain out here on the football field. Nice. The sun's finally out of our eyes.
A returnable kick. The Jags get a shot. Great return. All the way to the 40-yard line. That's Iwapo.
30-yard return. taken down at the 39-yard line. Where the
So Nia Ioapo with a 40-yard, we'll call it a 39-yard return after taking the ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, great job. If his off man didn't stop and actually block somebody, you know, he probably had a cleaner transition up the sideline. But that's a 38-yard return. That is definitely doable. You definitely want that.
Demke's going to pass. It looks like a screen. Catch is made. I think it was 3 or 4 yards on that.
It just sucks. If he did that to the field, he would. It's just a short side screen right there. He just needs more room. You know, look here. This is a great play call here, but the linebacker comes off and just does a great job of chasing the play, squeezing that sideline. If that was more to the field, he would have had more sideline he could have been able to work with there.
Jane Polanco with a 2-yard gain. Demke hands it off, up the middle.
Polanco on the carry, tripped up. Picks up 4 on the play.
Quentin Talau with the carry. Actually, no, that was Polanco again. They went right back to Jane Polanco. Now they're facing 3rd and 4 from the 46. Boy, their offense really needs to get this first down. Blitz again. They pick it up. Now we got a flag.
Offsides. That offsides?
Yeah, they're going to get the first down.
Yeah.
Nicholson.
He was on the blitz.
Got there a little too early.
Encroachment on the defense.
That's all about his angle right there. And I've been in that position. It's so hard because you feel it. You're trying to time it up, make sure that tackle or that tight end can't get out and block you. You're tiptoeing that line of scrimmage, that invisible line. And he's just had a shoulder or a helmet that was in the neutral zone at the snap.
Clock ticking down. This may be the last play of the quarter. We'll see. Demke, another quick hit to the running back. That was Talau back in at running back.
That'll be the quarter.
And that indeed will be the last play of the first quarter. The Jaguars will flip the field and try to continue this drive. A little bit of momentum as they try to get back in this one, down already 21-0. That's the first 12 minutes here on Game 9 Live. We'll take a break and be back with second quarter action after this.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
With 6A.
Feeling hurt? Uncomfortable standing, walking, or running? Salt Lake Running Company offers free custom shoe fittings. With an assortment of functional footwear and inserts, we've got solutions to help you have your best workout, work day, or work escape. For over 25
We're
years.
back. Nice crowd of students here on hand. West Jordan cheering on their Jags. West Jordan trying to make this drive happen. Nice play by the Orem defense, not giving up much there.
Middle on the stop for the Tigers, number 8, Oliver Bills. Picks up 1 on the play, 3rd down and 8 for the Jaguars.
That was Steven Scow with the tackle. Orem showing just how stout they are. Gotten a lot of shootouts so far this year, but that defense is showing that they can hold their own.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and long for West Jordan. Demke Catches me. Oh, Iapo dropped it.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 7.
He had a chance to make a play there, but he couldn't hang on to it.
I think this is going to be a penalty on Orem right here, probably leading with the crown of the helmet. It felt simultaneous, so I didn't feel like a late hit on the quarterback. But
yeah, Demke's shaken up.
he
He's
probably
going to stay
took
in
a
the
helmet
game,
to the head.
During the play, personal foul, roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, I didn't think it was roughing, but I mean, I guess it would be considered roughing. But either he led with his head because it was simultaneous. As soon as the ball came out, he hit him. But he must have led with his head here.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he led with
to
his
the
head
chest there. Demke, not 100%, but he's back out there to lead this offense. So new set of downs for the Jags. Up to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Demke takes the snap in the pocket, takes a deep shot. Iapo has it. Catch is made into the end zone. Touchdown. West Jordan. What a play by Iapo. Demke put it up there, gave him a chance to go get it, and he did. And the Jags have some life.
He's got a body on him, doesn't he? That is a big receiver.
6'2", 200.
6'2", 200, and control. He has a lot of control on that. And I mean, the defender had no chance. He came back to the football. Wasn't the greatest pass. But again, Orem's are being aggressive, which means you're getting one-on-one on the outside. If you can get the ball out there and let your playmakers make it happen, you're going to get guys like Ilapo to make plays like this. This is awesome. Like, the ball's going to be short, but watch Ilapo adjust to the football. Gets the ball out quick, one-on-one. That's just a great job. Look at that finish. Just get him the football. That right there is the confidence he needs. Is like, I want the football. I'm not going to drop anymore because I want to make plays. I want to get in the end zone more. That right there was a great adjustment by him with the ball in the air, coming back and getting it. As I said, Orem's going to be aggressive, right? They're going to be aggressive with their play calling. You're going to get one-on-ones on the outside. Demke has to realize that, understand what route combinations he's getting, and get that ball out with enough time for his players to make plays on that. That was good. It wasn't the most perfect pass, but what I was always told in the pros and in college, if you got a one-on-one matchup, whether it's on the O-line, D-line, in coverage, you better win your one-on-one. The only time where you should have issues when it's 2-on-1, they're doing some kind of rub route, they're doing something like that. But if it's one-on-one, it's mano-a-mano, and you better win. And that's exactly what Lapo did right there.
Jags on the board. Orem now leads 21-7 with 11 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the first half. Catch is made, tackle is made, but Orem's going to start this drive again with excellent field position at the 38-yard line.
I always wonder what's the strategy.
Zeki Vaya with a physical return.
What's the strategy with that? You give him a running start, he gets the ball at the 40. You might as well
you keep it out of the hands of Iyangi and Akana. That's all I got.
But, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I hate the sky kick. I'd rather squib it all the way down the middle, but he sky kicked it very short and gave the runner a momentum start.
I imagine the coaches would have liked that to be a little higher.
Yes, yes.
Trips to the right. They're going to go to the left. The catch is made. Pushed out of bounds just short of the first down marker is number 12, Jackson Sanders. Sanders with his first catch of the game, a 6'1", 155-pound senior receiver.
Gave up some yards right there, but great job by Jaden Gillis right there at taking the outside shoulder. You want the runner to go back inside. If he stays outside good, you get to push him out of bounds. But they had a lot more opportunity than that.
Akava going deep. Wide open, catch is made inside the 30, pushing his way through the West Jordan defense all the way down near the 10-yard line. They'll mark him with the 13.
I mean, look at this kid, Taden Kaava. Step up and make this throw. Good decision, waited for his guy to come open. This was 4 verticals right here, but Iyangi stays in the pocket, in that open pocket right there, delivers the football. I love that throw. That was great. They had guys over the top, but there was a little window where Iyangi stayed in, and made that happen. Great throw right there. Great pocket presence.
You can see why they like Kava.
Penalty flag down on the play. False start
On the offense. Remains first down.
That'll bring the spot back 5 yards. First down from the 19-yard line.
Kaava looking at the end zone. Tipped.
Now that
nice
right there,
play
that was
to
not a
save
good
a
throw.
touchdown.
Was pass tipped.
That was not a good throw
By
there.
number 9, Keaton Lewis for the Jaguars.
Now, Keaton Lewis is going to be mad that he didn't pick it off, but I'm
Yes.
telling you, if he does not find a piece of that ball, that's another Orem touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he tried to rifle that in there, but the West Jordan defenders were up. All you got to do is throw that on the outside shoulder towards the pylon right there, give him some air to run under it, and that's a touchdown. That's not the one where you strike that through.
Trips to his left. Kaava. Taken down. The
Great
West
job.
Jordan defense gets to him.
Great job. Great defense on the back end there. They covered Ilangi. He was trying to get it into him even on the first and second look. He's trying to get it here to Ilangi on the first one. Pumps it. Great defense right there. It's staying in front of that. Makes him hold it down. And then great job by these defensive ends and keep coming after the quarterback, not stopping.
Liam Rowley, number 81, gets there.
Third down and long.
So this defense is making a stand here. It's third and about 20 for Orem to keep this drive alive. Kava takes a shot, caught. No, it's incomplete through the hands of Iangi. So let's give this West Jordan defense some credit.
Yeah, they stepped up right there. And that's a good response, right? You're forcing a field goal here after you just scored a touchdown. That is great. Hopefully they can miss this. This is not going to be an easy field goal right here. This is on the right hash. High school hash marks are a lot wider than college and the pros. So he's going to have to hook this a little bit. It's a little bit of wind, but this is not an easy kick by far. About a 39-yard, 40-yard kick.
44 yards.
No good.
No good.
No good.
It goes to the right. Akana misses, and the West Jordan defense comes up with a stand after a big gain by Iangi. Gets him in the red zone. Orem cannot capitalize. No points for the Tigers. And the Jaguars take over at their own 22-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive. And Sly, if they can get a touchdown here, we're having a completely different conversation about this first half.
Well, I mean, what we said on that last drive, they drove down there, they got into the West Jordan or Orem territory. They looked confident, and then they were getting one-on-one on the outside here, and Orem is confident. So I don't think they're going to change up their defensive scheme here. They're going to keep the pressure up front, make sure you're not running the football. You're going to get one-on-one on the outside. Dibke's got to make good decisions when they're passing the ball. I would start with running the football right here. But attack the edges. They got some big D linemen in there. You're not getting nothing up the middle.
To your point, Sly, there's not much in between the tackles tonight for West Jordan.
Yeah, I would have did a speed option or QB keep or some kind of wildcat, but stayed on the edges right there and kind of keep those interior guys on the inside. But yeah, they're not letting anything happen on that interior in there.
Number 50, Maake Apo, 6'5", 340-pound senior.
Yeah, try to move that.
Not happening. They'll continue to try, but they're not going to have a lot of luck. So Orem with some big bodies up front. West Jordan trips. Demke takes a shot outside. Right. Oh! That looked like an easy interception, and somehow it was broken up.
Yeah, he just dropped that right there.
So West Jordan very fortunate to maintain possession. Be third and long for West Jordan. And not for the first time tonight. They've been in some tough positions offensively. They could really use a big play here.
They could, yes. But also play smart. This game is not out of reach. So got to be smart with the football here, Dimke.
Tough coverage there. Didn't have much of a chance. And Tigers get the 3 and out.
He's not going through his progressions at all. He's got one track mind as far as when the ball snapped. If that guy's not there, I don't know what to do. Kind of panics here. He pumps up. I mean, once you pump, you got to understand the defense is going. Yeah. You can't pump at one thing and then also throw that same way.
So with 8:37 left in the half, West Jordan will punt. Nice high punt.
Yes, it is.
Signal for a fair catch is made. And it's Beckham Curtis with the fair catch. So again, as all game, the Tigers have great field position. They'll start at the 46-yard line. Their own 46. Again, West Jordan last week fell behind to Alta 21-3. They scored 28 unanswered to win. So this West Jordan team is a slow starting team. But this is a little different task this week against the Orem Tigers team that's already boasting 3 wins against 6A opponents. Nice run on first down. It's Iongi again. Iongi having a big game. But I think that's said every game he plays.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's been doing this since he was a sophomore. I even think he had some time as a freshman.
Oh, yes. You check the stat sheets, man. He and Akana is in every category. They are making it happen. Akana's your kicker. Iongi's your running back / receiver. Just athlete.
Ava hands off Iongi with some space. Iongi, they get him finally down to the 35. He was one tackle away.
That's dangerous. He is dangerous on the edge. Honestly, you got to hold your breath when he gets out on the edge because he's going to make something dynamic happen. This is a basic sweep right here to the field. And see, that's why I like the wide plays to the wide side of the field.
A lot more space.
A lot more space to go in and out, set up the defenders. That was a good 16-yard gain right there. And speed. I mean, if you do that to the boundary, you don't have all that.
1st and 10 Orem from the 35 of West Jordan. Kaava. Low, caught, but down right where he got it.
Good possession catch. Down and away.
Jackson Sanders with the catch.
You
take it. About a 7-yard gain.
A double slant right there, low and away. That's the David Reed touchdown in the Sugar Bowl right there. Yeah. Double slant. The Alabama corner jumped it, but BJ put it down and away, and David Reed was able to spin out of it and get the touchdown. Our final touchdown in that game. That's exactly what you want to do in that double slant. You get a defense that's playing aggressive. Don't throw at the defense.
Kaava rolling to his right. Catch is made. Breaks tackles. Into the end zone. 28-yard touchdown. Kauai Akana.
Akana into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers.
Did he turn on the Jets there or what?
Yeah, he pushed a button, didn't he?
Yeah, I didn't even think he had that the way he was moving on all the other ones. But as soon as he caught this, he got it open field. He knew what he had to do. He turned into another gear. Oh, my goodness. Kauai Akana, the junior receiver, kicker, playmaker, impact player on this Orem football team. See, this is how you fully get 7 points. You know, a touchdown's only 6, but if you can kick your own field goals or extra points after, now you really get 7. So,
Akana's just greedy.
Oh, yeah.
He won't let anybody else score.
He's got the most points in the state.
I bet he does. If we looked at it, here's another look at the play. Akana is brilliant.
Great job. Great passing right here by Kaava, allowing Akana to uncover. It was a sit-down route, and as Kaava was rolling out, Akana went back in and spaced himself away from the defender And just simple drop off right here for Ka'ava. Another touchdown.
And let's give Taden Ka'ava some praise tonight.
Yes.
Junior quarterback, 6'4", 210. Made a lot of great decisions, taking care of the football, making great reads, making plays happen. Really impressive.
Yeah, he's looked great. He was born for whatever position he's doing. He's doing some amazing things. Just know there's so much more development that he could have as well. But he does a tremendous job at the quarterback position.
No return, touchback. West Jordan's ball at the 20-yard line.
The Collins pass out of the end zone. Jaguars will take over at the
Orem, clearly a 5A state championship contender this year.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be tough to beat Timpview. Everyone knows Timpview's the favorite, but there's some really good 5A teams.
I can't wait for that.
Brighton is another team that really looks good early here in the season. Another 5A team that I've been really impressed by is Roy. The Royals with Robert Young are really, really good. And, of course, Bountiful as well. Bountiful's not putting up the numbers and the points that Roy's putting up, but
they're a tough football team.
That Region 5 is really good, and
yeah,
those are two good teams up north as well.
So on the offense. Still first down.
As we saw last year, Bountiful gave Timpview everything they wanted and more. And the Thunderbirds were able to survive. But 5A's not a slam dunk. There's a lot of good teams in 5A this year. It's going to make the state tournament very interesting. West Jordan will be there as well. Demke's going to carry. He's going to slide down to the 15-yard line.
Number 10, Demke on the carry. Picks up the 1 on the play.
So a gain of about 1.
For the Tigers, number 22,
I'm going to be looking forward to that Timpview-Orem game on October 16th.
That will be a battle.
That's going to be something nice.
Another team to look out for down there. So Maple Mountain is off to a great start. Maple Mountain is a team that can make some noise. In the same region as Timpview and Orem. Incomplete pass, no flags.
See, that was the same pass as the touchdown. It was high, it was short, but La'apu made the opportunity and adjusting back to the football. Same thing there.
That was Julius Mulatalo they were trying to connect with.
Mulatalo could have made the adjustment to make that because the defender had no idea where the ball was. But if he made the adjustment that La'apu did on that touchdown, that would have been a big gain right there for this football team.
So 3rd down and 15 for West Jordan. 5:53 left to play in the half, down 28-7. The rush coming. Demke's got time, and pocket collapses. We've got a flag on the play. But as of right now, it's a sack.
Face mask or holding? Face mask automatic first down, isn't it? I mean, it's 15.
A.J. Snow got there. Let's see what the call is.
Penalty flag thrown in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going against Orem.
Big break for West Jordan. They needed it.
During the run, personal foul, face mask against the defense. Repeat 3rd down.
That'll take things down. 3rd down now and 1 coming up for the Jaguars.
That was quick. If they called it on Snow, that was quick. But he got him right on the face mask there. So, new set of downs for West. Oh, no, that's not a new set of downs. There's 3rd and 1. So we'll replay 3rd down. Instead of 3rd and 15, it's 3rd and 1. No automatic first down on a face mask.
Yeah,
he's cut short.
You're not getting nothing up the middle. You got the 340 pounds sitting there at the nose, pushing the pile back. They got penetration from the outside edges right there. You're not getting anything up front unless you do some kind of fullback trap, quarterback draw, something quick. But if you're waiting for an inside run to develop, that is not happening against this Orem defense.
So West Jordan forced to punt once again.
Wait a second.
Nice high punt. Not long, though. Takes a West Jordan bounce.
Is that? That's not Silver Selena down there on the sideline, is it?
Where the Tigers will take over. First down, Tigers.
That's just a big boy. That's not Silver. Oh, okay. I thought it was my former teammate right there. I'm like, what is he doing at West?
You never know when you're going to see one of these former great athletes
you
here
really
coaching.
don't. I don't know why Asiata's over there at Harriman and
Yeah.
like, all kinds of stuff. You just
We've got a lot of teammates coaching ball here at the state now.
yes.
It's great to see those of you who went on to the next level and were so successful, whether it be college or pro ranks, come back and teach these young men the game of football the right way. That's why high school football in the state is so good. Reverse.
Great job of staying home by
West
the
Jordan
defense
gets
right
the
there.
tackle.
The handoff up the middle, stopped by number 35, Nick Bryant. On the carry,
Another
number
tackle
9,
for Nick Bryant,
picks up 2 yards on the play.
who does his 111th really well there.
Great job by Keaton Lewis at forcing that back inside so the rest of the team could make the play right there. But good job of staying on your technique and staying in your lane, making that happen.
Second down and 8 from the 45. Kaava hands it off. Nice play, another great play by the West Jordan defense. I see no flags. It's number 81, Liam Roll. He already has a sack in this game, and now he's got a tackle here that was almost a TFL. They're going to make it a no yardage gain there.
Good job of taking on that puller right there, taking the inside track. And most people take the outside, and that's where the running back is supposed to pop through is the inside, but he does a great job of taking away the inside, making the running back go horizontal. But the running back ran right into him, forcing third down.
3rd and 8. Motion to the outside, Kaava. Looking deep down the field, wide open. Goes up for the catch and makes it. Kawiakana. 3rd and long, and they draw that up.
So he got like 200 yards here in the first half, it feels like. Jeez. You see why he and Elongi average like 160 yards, 170 yards a game.
And Kaava's just been terrific tonight. This is a great ball.
Yeah, it is. Great throw, great catch. Nice.
Orem in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 15. Motion man, jet sweep. Nice job by the West Jordan defense to sniff that out. They're not.
I think Elongi thought he should have kept it too.
Keaton Lewis did a great job there to wrap that up.
Keaton Lewis does a great job on this end. He's staying home on his technique. We send that on a few plays here. That's a big loss. It's about a 6-yard loss right there. Great job of Keaton Lewis to staying home, but Kaava right there missed the read. I definitely would have kept that and powered that up inside.
West Jordan looking for another defensive stand. Down 28-7 with 2:25 to play in the first half. Kaava under center. Catch is made. Sanders is near the marker, just about a yard or two short.
Yeah, great job right there, making it 3rd and manageable here. Very easy for these guys to open the playbook and do whatever. Honestly, it's about less than 2 minutes left in this half. This is 2-down territory here. I'm up by 3 scores. I can try a few different things right here. This is going to be a situation. This is going to be a situation that's going to come up later down the road in the season where they're going to be like, okay, what plays work for us down here? So this is where you try things. You're the offensive coordinator for Orem. You try a few different things here in this situation. 3rd and short down here inside the 10.
West Jordan takes the timeout, so will we, with 1:43 left in the half. Orem leads West Jordan 28-7 on Game Night Live.
Life is hard. Exercise is medicine. The more you move, the more you smile. At Salt Lake Running Company, we know you've got this. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995, SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we've learned that people prefer more.
And not just more, but a lot more.
That's why UCCU created Elevated Checking. Elevated provides everything you'd expect from the best checking account anywhere and more.
A lot more.
Like loan discounts, overdraft forgiveness, and free ATMs nationwide. Just visit UCCU.
Back to the action. Ka'ava hands it off. Iongi up the middle. Bounces off defenders. Still fighting. Got a flag in late.
And off to Iongi.
We'll see what that is, but the West Jordan defense,
Comes in on the play.
I think that's a first down pending the flag.
During the play, holding, number 23 on the offense. Repeat third down.
That'll back things up 10 yards. Third down and 12 coming up for the Tigers.
So West Jordan, another break here on the penalty. Orem punished, and they're moved back to the 17. It'll be 3rd and 12. .90 seconds left in the half. Ka'ava sacked, fumble, ball's loose. West Jordan picks it up. Still running. Finally goes down at the 47-yard line. What a sequence for the Jaguars.
On the recovery for the Jaguars, number 35, Nick Bryant.
Nick Bryant picked it up. Let's see who got the sack. Number 52 with the tackle, the sack, the forced fumble. Opeti Naulu with the strip sack.
That brings up
and the West Jordan defense comes up big again when they desperately need it.
Wow.
Now West Jordan's got 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the half to try to get into the end zone and cut this lead in half. Cut it to half at 28-14. But it's been tough sledding tonight for this offense. Demke, plenty of time to pass, throws one deep. Takes a shot.
Wow.
Catches made inside the 20.
The clock stopped. The clock stopped. Wow.
Julius Mulatalo went up and got it.
Great catch. Great throw. This was a great throw. This is the throw you needed to make here. But a great adjustment right there. This was double coverage. But great job by Demke right here. Throwing the ball up. Allowing his receiver to go get it right there. These receivers are having success deep right. The deep right of the field, they're having success when they throw the ball that direction.
There's a size advantage out there. Now they're going to run. Not much there. Johnson.
You got to be clock conscious here. You got 15 yards, but you still have 50 seconds to go. You got to go here.
They do have one timeout remaining.
Don't waste time here.
Number 50, Maka Oapo.
Yeah. Clock's rolling. Clock's rolling. 40 seconds. 35 seconds.
Demke takes a shot in the end zone.
Oh.
Almost intercepted.
Demke's pass incomplete.
That does stop the clock for West Jordan.
It's a legal shift.
But a very dangerous pass.
It's a legal shift. It's a penalty on the offense. That ball was just high. He throws that ball low. That's a touchdown. But penalty. A legal shift.
Illegal shift is the penalty on the offense.
The shifts, you know, when you go hurry up, you got guys moving all over the place. So that is very unfortunate. One, you get to keep the down, but you also wasted 25 seconds.
Yes.
You wasted 25 seconds on one play. That's extremely tough. I almost would have even just got everybody down and clocked it.
Quinton Talau in the backfield with Demke. Looking to the end zone. Now he's going to keep.
Nice.
Now he's going to run. He's going to try to get to the pylon. He's close. They mark him out of bounds. That will stop the clock.
Great play. Great decision right there by Dimke. You saw the lane and you made it happen. And tiptoeing the sideline right here is what you want to do. You want to get knocked out of bounds or get as many yards as you can. Unfortunately, he stepped out of bounds right there, but that was amazing effort there by Dimke. They are in striking distance, 24 seconds left here at the 6-yard line.
First and goal for West Jordan from the 6. Demke's got 4 receivers. Quinton Talau in the backfield with him. Looking in the end zone. Throws it over the middle, too high. Incomplete. They got plenty of downs. Still plenty of time. 21.5 seconds on the clock.
He's got to be careful. Orem is reading those slants right there. They're sitting guys. They have 2 hole players right there, a deep one and a low one, and they're playing that. If that ball is any lower, it's getting intercepted. He's got to have it to complete the slant. It's got to be quick. You saw Patrick Mahomes last night with Rashid Rice. He made those balls really quick.
Demke with the pressure coming. Tries to throw a screen. It's knocked down.
Yeah, that's a screen to the boundary. Screen to the boundary. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, not your favorite play call.
No. I like the screen, but you're giving yourself not a lot of room to operate. And it's clear. And something that I've noticed here is they can only do things on the right side of the offense. And so for me, I'm sending left side blitzes, forcing the offense to their left and seeing what they can do with it, because it does not seem like they can operate anything off the left side of the offense.
Time really not an issue here for West Jordan unless they make a mistake.
2
plays to get into the end zone unless they decide to kick a field goal. And they still have that timeout in their pocket. Referee stopped it real quick, and now they're going to get it back up and going. Clock is stopped with 17.7 seconds left. Demke takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run. That's not going anywhere. It's a peculiar call.
You got to call timeout or something. You're going to miss it.
They're probably just going to settle for a field goal.
You can't settle. You're gonna miss it. Call timeout. Oh.
They're going to run it down and kick.
No gain on the play. Timeout called by the Jaguars.
Peculiar call there with 3rd and goal from 6 to run instead of pass with 1 timeout. If you were making the play, Sly, would you go for the touchdown here or kick the field goal?
I mean, yeah, but you're not doing anything to help yourself, and you don't have any rhythm right here. You have to kick to Orem in the second half. I'd go for the score. You're down 21. 3's not going to do you any good, but what you do need is you need momentum. You need confidence. You know, going for the end zone, letting your players know that you're not scared will give you enough to make a halftime speech. You score or you don't score, you can tell your team, I'm going to be aggressive, but I need you guys to make the plays. And then you can have a more exciting second half. That's how I would go about it.
Okay, it's a 21-yard field goal attempt for Aaron Hunt, the junior kicker.
Good.
Kick is good. That's how the first half ends. West Jordan does not get in the end zone, but they'll take the 3. They cut the lead to 18 going into halftime. So the Orem Tigers will get the ball first as we come back for the second half here momentarily. West Jordan had a lot of good things they did, but it was clearly a first half that belonged to the Orem Tigers. So they will take the halftime lead.
We'd like to draw everyone's
and I see a big giant check in the end zone. My favorite part of the night. We like to give away money. Let's do it right now. KSL Sports is streaming tonight's game on the KSL Sports app, KSL Plus app, and KSLSports.com. As a part of the broadcast, Utah Community Credit Union is proud to present a scholarship to an amazing student from each school KSL is visiting this year. This week's winner is Tristan Duffin from West Jordan High School. He participates in the Jaguars basketball program. He runs track. and is currently on the boys' golf team. He's also making strides towards his career in the medical field by taking CNA and MA classes at Salt Lake Community College in addition to his high school class load. Tristan's teachers say he gives 100% to everything he sets his mind to, including maintaining a 4.0 GPA. He is fun and outgoing and makes others laugh and feel welcome. The school administrators say they're glad to have such a great student at West Jordan High School and that Tristan makes it a better place to be. Congratulations to Tristan, and thanks to Utah Community Credit Union for their support of local high school athletes. UCCU, love where you bank. We love bringing you high school football each and every night. We can't wait to bring you the second half. Orem with a 28-10 lead over West Jordan. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes with second half action.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Well, you know, when all the right ingredients come together, you get a delicious meal, right? Well, that's kind of how the highlight reel is made.
All right, let's whip something up. Our KSL sports producers take only the best plays, the best ingredients, and moments of the weekend and put it all together for the Game Night Live highlight reel. Enjoy.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, Skyridge hosting Cherry Creek. Sweet Wine with the throw, and how about Josh Hansen? Upended and still hauls in the reception. Impressive hands by Hansen as Skyridge routes Cherry Creek.
Sweet Wine, the protection, throws downfield. That pass is caught, and a flag comes down as well.
Big haul in there by Josh Hansen. 5'11", jumped up, got the springs out from him. Hide up there.
Number 4, Lone Peak took on nationally ranked Corner Canyon, and Jay-Sean Mayberry was not intimidated. Goes up and gets this one between a pair of defenders. Jay-Sean Mayberry with a beautiful sideline grab as the Knights upset the Chargers.
Niamatolu throws near side, double coverage, it's caught.
Wow!
Deshaun Mayberry, it's going to be short of the line again, but a big play for the Knights.
Meanwhile, Richfield at Payson and Malik Fountain. Go Gadget stretch, able to haul in the touchdown reception on the halfback pass as Richfield defeats Payson 33-7 and improves to 3-0.
Snap to Wayman. He pitches right side rights to pass on a halfback pass to the end zone. He's got a man there, and it's hauled in. Malik Fountain into the end zone for 6, and the Richfield Wildcats strike first.
Number 3, we've got some defense for you. Lehigh taking on Bingham. Mason Driffle with the hit to jar it loose into the hands of Suka Finau. Finau with the interception for the Miners. This Miner D forced a couple of turnovers on Friday night. It wouldn't be enough as Lehigh got the win, but this Finau pick and return was maybe the best of them.
So Lehigh's going to start this drive on the Bingham 42-yard line. New over the middle. Boom, caught. Oh, bounce around, intercepted. What a play. Still going. All the way into Lehigh territory. Big tackle by Rock Olson, but not before a big return.
West Jordan trailed early, but their defense found their game as Keaton Lewis here with the diving interception to help spark the Jag comeback as West Jordan defeated out to 31-21 for only the 3rd time in program history.
And Brown there takes a hit. Ball pops up. Amazing diving effort from the Jaguars.
Incredible effort by the Jags.
And that's number 9, Keaton Lewis on the interception.
Brighton hosted Riverton on Friday. Little screen here ends up going off the lineman's back, and Coleman Garn, who shed the lineman's block, able to pick it off and take it 22 yards to the end zone for the Riverton touchdown. Crazy play at Harriman. This ball tipped to the line of scrimmage into the hands of the intended target and then jarred loose into the hands of Cole Holcomb, who takes this 30 yards for the Syracuse pick 6 as the Titans defeat the Mustangs 24-17. Number 2, the battle for Festival City. And the great Bill Shakespeare wrote, "We know what we are, but know not what we may be." Well, Dax Wankier may be a really athletic linebacker. What an interception for the Reds as he tips this one-handed to himself for the pick. You want one more? I got one more. Trace Overson. This one, it is over, son. A one-handed tip to himself for the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown reception of the night as Cedar lost to Canyon View last year, gets revenge in 2024, 33-7. Overson with 2 touchdowns in this one. If you've got a top player performance you'd like to nominate, send them to us via your favorite social media platform at KSL Sports Rewind.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Save our favorite part of the show, as always, for last. It's time to count down the top plays from the week in the Game Night 5.
Yeah, let's start with number 5, shall we? Cedar High's Trace Overson. He's going to get tall. Goes up and gets this one with one hand. Nice play. Helps Cedar get the win over the rival Canyon View.
All right, let's stay in that same game for the number 4 play. This time on defense, Dax Wankier makes the one-handed interception, tipping it to himself. Makes that nice catch with the same hand as well.
Let's stick them down in Cedar this weekend. Number 3 is from the Riverton Silverwolves. They ran into a tough Brighton team. Not many highlights for the Pack, but they had this. Coleman Garn comes up with it and converts the tip drill into a pick 6. Brighton wins the game, 42-14.
You know, asking if you want more pick 6s is like asking if I want more dessert. Yes is always the answer. Looked like a Harriman completion, but the ball is popped free. Cole Holcomb picks it and 6s it for Syracuse.
Nice. And our number 1 play of the week, this is beautiful. American Fork quarterback David Gaisford with a perfect ball to Cade Wilkinson. This might be a candidate for play of the year in Utah high school football. One-handed over the top, a 27-yard touchdown catch. Pretty impressive play, helping the Cavemen defeat the West Panthers. That's Cade Wilkinson with the one-handed touchdown.
Life is hard. Exercise is medicine. The more you move, the more you smile. At Salt Lake Running Company, we know you've got this. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995, SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online at slrc.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Well, you know, when all the right ingredients come together, you get a delicious meal, right? Well, that's kind of how the highlight reel is made.
All right, let's whip something up. Our KSL sports producers take only the best plays, the best ingredients, and moments of the weekend and put it all together for the Game Night Live highlight reel. Enjoy.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Here's KSL Sports Rewind's top plays and performances from last week. Number 5, Skyridge hosting Cherry Creek. Sweet Wine with the throw, and how about Josh Hansen upended and still hauls in the reception. Impressive hands by Hansen as Skyridge routes Cherry Creek.
Sweet Wine, the protection, throws downfield. That pass is caught, and a flag comes down as well.
Big haul in there by Josh Hansen. 5'11", jumped up, got the springs out from him. Hide up there.
Number 4, Lone Peak took on nationally ranked Corner Canyon, and Jayshawn Mayberry was not intimidated. Goes up and gets this one between a pair of defenders. Jayshawn Mayberry with a beautiful sideline grab as the Knights upset the Chargers.
Niamatolu throws near side, double coverage, it's caught.
Wow!
Jayshawn Mayberry, it's going to be short of the line again, but a big play for the Knights.
Meanwhile, Richfield at Payson and Malik Fountain. Go Gadget stretch, able to haul in the touchdown reception on the halfback pass as Richfield defeats Payson 33-7 and improves to 3-0.
Snap to Wayman. He pitches right side rights to pass on a halfback pass to the end zone. He's got a man there, and it's hauled in. Malik Fountain into the end zone for 6, and the Richfield Wildcats strike first.
Number 3, we've got some defense for you. Lehigh taking on Bingham. Mason Driffle with the hit to jar it loose into the hands of Suka Finau. Finau with the interception for the Miners. This Miner D forced a couple of turnovers on Friday night. It wouldn't be enough as Lehigh got the win, but this Finau pick and return was maybe the best of them.
So Lehigh's going to start this drive on the Bingham 42-yard line. New over the middle. Boom, caught. Oh, bounce around, intercepted. What a play. Still going. All the way into Lehigh territory. Big tackle by Rock Olson, but not before a big return.
West Jordan trailed early, but their defense found their game as Keaton Lewis here with the diving interception to help spark the Jag comeback as West Jordan defeated Alta 31-21 for only the 3rd time in program history.
And Brown there takes a hit. Ball pops up. Amazing diving effort from the Jaguars.
Welcome back to West Jordan High School here on Game Night Live. The Jaguars hosting the Orem Tigers. And as we enter the second half, the Tigers have a 28-10 lead up on the scoreboard. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson Sylvester with you and Sly. West Jordan had some really good moments in that first half, especially defensively. But the story in this game has been the stars that are shining for the Orem Tigers.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, for me, it's the surprise of Taden Kaaba. He's doing a terrific job of making decisions in the pocket, delivering the football to those stars, and just spreading the love around this offense. They got a lot of young talent on here that is contributing as well. This has been a terrific football game offensively for the Orem Tigers. Let's see if they can close it out in the second half.
Yeah, Kaaba has been great, just a junior, but he's got a really strong arm, big-bodied kid, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's really showing well here in this game. And the Tigers have controlled the line of scrimmage as well, as you would expect, with a slight size difference. But the Jags have been very pesky tonight. And last week, I will remind you, they fell behind 21-3 to Alta. They would go on to score 28 unanswered. And they shut out Alta in the second half.
31-21.
To come away with a 31-21 win. So do not count out West Jordan yet. The Tigers will receive to open the second half. For those of you locked in on this game, if you're curious, the BYU Cougars have an 18-15 lead in the fourth quarter against SMU with 1:58 left to play.
Who would be curious about that?
Back here we got a loose ball, but it is fielded by the Tigers.
The kick is returned by number 33.
Nobody's curious about the BYU game.
Taken down near the 40-yard line by the
Jaguars.
Man. Ute Nation just said, "You're right, Sly.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
Stop giving us BYU score updates." We got a bigger game tomorrow. Utes, of course, taking on Baylor tomorrow night. We even got NFL going on right now. The Packers had a 2-point lead in Brazil.
Over the Eagles.
Jordan Love with a touchdown pass to Christian Watson. Back to the high school action here. Kaaba hands it off. Yongi wrapped up fairly quick. It's about 4 yards on the gain up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what is Orem's game plan here in the second half. Are they going to get conservative, just run the ball, try to get that clock rolling out, or are they going to stay aggressive like they were in that first half? They were very aggressive, spreading the ball out around the football field. Wonder if they're going to continue to put the ball in Kaava's hands and throw the ball downfield, get Ilongi, get Akana the football in many different forms, spread it out to these young guys. It's very interesting how they go about the second half.
Taden Kaava at quarterback, hands off to Ilongi, trying to get to the outside, breaks the tackle, gets to the edge, pushed out of bounds, close to the marker, right at midfield. He's just short of a first down.
Short.
A gain of 5 on the play, Jaden Giles. Third down coming up for the Tigers.
See here, great job bouncing out here into the open field there, picking up as much as you can. Jaden Giles there with a way to push him out at the last second there, make sure he didn't pick up the first down.
Third and one from midfield. Kaava, hands off, up the middle, first down. No problem there for the Tigers.
I like this defense, though. They're always ripping at the football. They got a big turnover there in that first half from doing that. Let's see if they can get another turnover that can swing in their way here in the second half.
Zach Graver powers forward for the yard they need. Gets a total of 2 on the play. First and 10 from the West Jordan 48. Tigers once again on the march. Their offense has been impressive tonight with so many weapons. Led by Taden Kaava, the junior quarterback. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw down the middle of the field. What a throw.
Great defense.
Incomplete. The backfield did show up there. Akana, the intended receiver.
Yeah, the bad part about that was there's 2 receivers in the same area. So honestly, I don't know if the receivers thought somebody else was expecting that football right there. But that was good defense on the back end right there. They were attached to the receivers just as you should be. Second down and 10.
Second and 10. Kaava will throw quickly. Catch is made. Ilongi. Boy, he's shifty. Breaking tackles.
Falling forward, too.
So he's got the ability and the agility to break tackles, to shift direction quickly. But then when you
make contact,
try to make contact, he runs right through the contact.
Well, the great thing is look at his legs, right? Spin move, well, contact legs. He keeps his legs moving and falling forward. That's how he's able to get those extra yards. It's a great job by Ilongi right there at extending the play and making it third down and short.
Coming up on 10 minutes left to play in the third. Kaava hands off. No, he's going to pull it. And he's going to go down. What a play. The West Jordan defense coming up with another nice play. That's number 85 on the tackle. Carl Talanoa.
Great read by him, and I love this, right? A lot of people don't do this, but look, all you have to do is look at the football. Does he hand it off or not? If he keeps it, go after the quarterback. If he hands it off, go after the running back. A lot of guys go in there and is looking at the quarterback's eyes or looking at the running back's eyes, and they get fooled every single time. When you're coming off that edge, break down, get into football position, and look at the football.
Kaava on fourth down, over the middle. Catch is made on fourth down. They don't just get the first down, they're going to go all the way into the end zone. Wow! What a play, 44 yards by Kai Wesley.
On fourth down.
Wow!
Wow.
Now you see why the colleges love this kid.
Yeah, well, 6'7". He's definitely in high school. You're definitely making people look small out there. Oh, my goodness.
Kai Wesley,
rumbling,
wow.
Bumbling all the way down the middle, dragging defenders into the end zone for over 10 yards. Oh my goodness. They got so many weapons on his offense. You're like, why don't they just throw at him more? It's like they could literally throw it at anybody.
Wow. Awkward PAT, but it goes through. 35 to 10 Orem. Let's take another look at this.
6-7 over the middle.
West Jordan Jaguars 10, 9 minutes, 12 seconds.
Catch it, contact, drag. Yeah.
They never tackled him.
No. And, we can't sit here and say that it's easy.
No.
He's 6'7". Look at the strides on him. You miss once. He didn't even bring him back. Yeah, that is just, it's a tough guard. Anybody that says it's easy and this is all you have to do, they're lying. That is not an easy play right there, but hey, when you got assets, you got to use them. And that's why they went for it on 4th down. I mean, they got an 18-point lead. Why don't you just punt the football? Why would we punt when we got somebody who's 6'7" and can go over the middle and score touchdowns 44 yards away?
Kai Wesley, that last name probably sounds familiar to a lot of sports fans out there in the state. His uncles, McKelly Wesley, the former BYU star who had a long pro career overseas, and Ty Wesley up at Utah State. So he is
Jaguars will take the ball over at the 20-yard
from that Wesley family, and like his uncles, he's got the size and the tools to be a next-level athlete, and it looks like he's going to find that future in football. Great baseball and basketball player as well, but the recruiting interest is coming from the football schools. And Sly, we've seen that transition with basketball players making the transition to that tight end position or a defensive end position, and Kai Wesley looks like he's made the right decision.
I mean, he probably will have success at basketball as well.
For sure.
I mean, he's just a junior.
Yes.
It would be, you would be wrong if you think that he's done growing. He's what, 16, 17 years old. He probably has 3 or 4 more inches that he can grow. That's 6'10". That's crazy. And he's got weight, he's got to get strength, and he's got to get a little bit more speed. There's so much development, but his upside is tremendous, and that's what you're investing in if you're a college coach.
Wes Jordan on 2nd and 7. Shot down the middle. Incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 1, Gio Polanco.
Looking for Gio Polanco.
That'll bring them
it's final now in Dallas. The BYU Cougars have defeated the SMU Mustangs 18-15. Not how anyone had drawn that game up. SMU had 5 field goals in that game. BYU finds a way to get the road win and to move to 2-0, and now the perception of BYU season changes. That was hit at the line of scrimmage, almost intercepted. Incomplete on 3rd and 8, so West Jordan will have to punt. Looks like Demke's arm was grabbed at the line. I think it was number 10 who got in there. A.J. Snow, who's made some plays tonight already. So after the Wesley touchdown, the Tigers get West Jordan off the field and will likely have great field position once again. High punt, but not a long punt.
Yeah.
And it does not take a West Jordan bounce. So Orem will have the ball in West Jordan territory to start this drive.
It's not how you want to start the second half. You want to get back into it. It was an 18-point lead. You let Orem score. I mean, your defense came up strong, but you got to keep the pressure on them. You got to keep the attack. You got to spice it up here on the offensive side of the ball when you have it. But that was a quick 3 and out. This team scores like nobody's business. You can't give them the ball this quick.
Iongi in motion. He's going to take the handoff. No, Kaava's going to keep. He fooled us in the booth. Kaava.
I mean, I saw him keep it. I think he fooled you. I saw him keep it the whole time.
I'm the idiot.
Well, no, it was actually a really good fake. And when you got Iongi in the backfield, you're gonna go with Iongi in the backfield. I would much rather have Kaava keep it than that guy's dynamic speed in the open field. So, on the football field, I probably would have just hit somebody. I know that somebody's getting hit.
2nd down and 7. Kaava.
Oh, great defense.
Incomplete. Took a big hit.
Great defense right there. Way to charge the slant. make it uncomfortable. The ball did hit Akana in the hands and in the chest. He should have came down with it, but you don't make it easy for him. You drive the cushion, make sure that he's hearing footsteps, and that's exactly what happened there. He wasn't able to time up the catch properly. Great defense at charging the slant right there. As you can see, they ran slants multiple times. They like that route. But here, you got to be careful. Your 6'7" threat over the middle is a huge target right now.
Kava catches made. Iongi, he's got jets down the sideline. You're not going to catch him. Faleti Iongi.
I think
with
people
a 42-yard touchdown.
People know they're fast when they do the track dip at the end.
Yeah.
That's how you know that you are fast. Like, people may say you're fast, but when you know you're fast, when you score a touchdown, you do the track cross the line right there and dip the head. That was special right there because football's all about angles. Everybody's like, oh, straight line speed 40. If you can beat people's angles, you're fast. Iongi is
Faleti Iongi with an impressive score, and West Jordan in big trouble here, down 42-10 on their home field. But how about Orem? 2 big touchdowns here to open the second half to blow this game up wide open. They can take a 42-10 lead off the leg of Akana here, and he is good. So 42-10, the Orem Tigers lead the West Jordan Jaguars with 7:32 left to play. Another look at the Iongi touchdown.
Yeah, great delivery of the football, right? Look at that pass. Look at the zip on that pass, and then you got straight open field right there. Across that tape. Look at this. Simple out route. Look at all the angles of the defense. Yeah, that's how you know you're fast. Great job right there by Iongi. They are blowing this lead out, now 32-point lead.
Penalty flags thrown on the play. It's a false start. False start is the penalty. We'll retry the kick.
So it's not good yet. We'll try one more. While they do, let's take a look at the 5A scoreboard tonight. The Fremont Silver Wolves are crushing Hunter at halftime, 51-7. Maple Mountain, as I mentioned earlier, talking about 5A contenders, they lead 24-7 at the half over Pleasant Grove. Davis is crushing Kearns 59-0. More scores from Region 4. Granger with a 22-0 lead over Skyline. Weber with a 21-10 lead over Wasatch. Layton 21-6 up on another Region 4 team, Taylorsville.
On the defense. Retry the try.
Now we're going to go the different direction here. Ridgeline leads Cedar Valley 35-0. Springville leads Cypress 34-7 in the third quarter. And Alta has a 24-21 lead over East early in the third. Brighton 21-0 leading Highland in the third. And Bountiful has a 27-13 lead over Viewmont in a rivalry game at the half. West and Olympus tied at 21. Woods Cross with a 3-point lead over Bonneville. Woods Cross has a victory over West Jordan earlier this year. Roy up 22-0 over Clearfield at the half, and Northridge leads Box Elder at halftime, 28-7. We'll update that scoreboard again in the fourth quarter. This extra point has taken forever.
Yes, it has. I was just going to say that.
I just read the entire 5A scoreboard while we're waiting for this to sort itself out. Picked a good time. Akana again. It's good. Same result as before, 42-10. Orem's one more score away from a running clock here in the second half. It's been an impressive performance by Orem. They look every bit a 5A contender. Got some really fascinating games coming up in that region, in Region 7, where they're going to be facing teams like Springville, Timpview, Maple Mountain, we just mentioned. That's an excellent region with some great teams.
the unsportsmanlike penalty. The Tigers will kick off from the 25-yard line.
Come on, let's see what the return is on this.
West Jordan with the return. Great coverage by Orem, but he breaks the tackle.
Oh.
A shoestring tackle.
That's a great
by number 15. Might have saved a big return. That was number 15, Mac Christiansen.
Yeah, with the ball backed up from the penalty, you have an opportunity to make a huge play there on the return game. But that's a great coverage. I mean, they only got to the 24-yard line. Great kick by Akana, making it bounce. And then, yeah, the rest of the coverage team doing a great job in the open field making the play.
Jags start at their own 24-yard line. Demke's going to hand it off. Trying to run up the middle, gets a few yards, but eventually is pushed back. Jayon Polanco with the carry.
In on that pile, number 58 for the Tigers.
Coming up on 7 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Second down and 10 now coming up for the Jaguars.
Demke waiting for the play call to come in. Play clock is ticking. They got to hurry. They get it off. Demke. Catch is made, but he's quickly wrapped up.
Yeah.
Ooh, way out of bounds. That might draw a flag, and it does. So that's a little too rough there.
Pass is complete and out of bounds. Number 8, Julius Mulitalo.
Julius Mulitalo made the catch, but he was roughed up on the sideline, and that's going to cost Orem.
Take Brian's spot. After the play, dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 4, 15 yards, first down.
On the defense, that'll march the ball forward 15 yards.
So a bonus for the Jags. They'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, anything helps here. Stop the bleeding.
42-yard line.
It's a game of field position here, and Orem is just taking advantage of every opportunity they get right here. You need some momentum. Shows some signs of life. You did a great job last week versus Alta. See if they can pull through on another one.
Pressure comes. He's going down. The Tigers roar once again on defense.
12 on the play by number 58, Nelson.
A sack for the Tigers.
Second down now coming up for the Jaguars.
Ceci Nelson gets to the quarterback. That'll push him back well over 10 yards. That was a big loss. Actually, officially 10. It'll be 2nd and 20 from the 32-yard line. So big setback for West Jordan. Demke got to try to get it back. They're going to go with the screen. Tipped up in the air, intercepted. What a play by Orem.
Wow.
What a play.
Tip drill.
Riker Mickelson was able to come up and win the tip drill. They sniffed out the screen, got the tip, and Mickelson was able to haul it in.
Yeah, this is bad from the start. You got to slip and fall by the running back. He doesn't get up to make it happen, and you got O lineman trying to catch it and D lineman trying to catch it. It was anybody's ball after that. Hot potato for a little bit there, and Orem comes down with it in great field position to score again.
Orem takes over at the West Jordan 38-yard line. with 5:32 to play in the quarter. A touchdown here, and we go to a running clock. Kaava.
Pass is incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Solid pass intended for number 9, Oliver Bills. Second down and 10 now, coming up for the Tigers.
Second and 10. Orem with a 42-10 lead. Iongi the carry. Iongi right up the middle, but we got a flag. Iongi's inside the 30, but this may be coming back.
That burst is just, it's a great thing to see. If you're from that running back position, is to break that line of scrimmage and get to that second level quickly. We talk about it over the years a lot. You can get to that second level, get one-on-one with those DBs. That's how you're winning in the running game.
Illegal motion. Illegal shift on the offense. Repeat second down.
That'll move him back 5. But yeah, you're right. Iongi's speed is elite.
Just that quick acceleration that's different. There's people with long speed, there's people with just acceleration, and then there's people with both. And Iongi's got both, but it makes it extremely hard on the defense because, one, you don't need patience. This guy's hitting it quick. Those Frank Gore trap plays, right? Those Frank Gore trap plays, they hit quick and hit big.
Ka'awa's going to keep. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Catch is made. Tayden Ka'ava finds Kawi Akana. When you have these weapons, these guys you can trust, it makes it easy on a junior quarterback to make plays, but that was no easy play.
I gotta see what the stat sheet is like for Akana right now. He is racking up the yards, 2 touchdowns, at least 150 receiving yards. He is all over the place, making splash plays from the beginning of the game, kicking the football. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome to watch him and Iongi play the football.
Still 3rd and 3. Did not pick up the first down on a 12-yard gain. Ka'ava floated incomplete.
Great pressure right there.
They got to him.
That was not a clean throw. One of his only unclean throws in this football game. That's exactly what you want to do. Make it uncomfortable for him to step up into the pocket and deliver the football. And they did that. They made it extremely difficult. That ball came out wobbly. And then when it comes out wobbly, that's anybody's ball, right? The defenders can step in front of that, get a turnover, and make that happen. But great pressure by West Jordan.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. It's 4th and about 4 yards to go from the 32. Got to get to the 28 to move the sticks. Ka'ava throws.
Again,
catch is made. First down.
Again, great pressure. He took a hit. What's the penalty? That was an extremely late flag.
Is it roughing the passer?
It can't be. It was simultaneous. He didn't hit with the head. It might have been something between the O lineman and D lineman there. That was a very, very late flag.
This will be an interesting call. You're right.
If he's calling in helmet to helmet with the head, they might pick it up because that was not. It was a solid hit on the defensive side of the ball, simultaneous as he delivered the football. Great pressure. And let's see here what the call is.
Liam Rowley applied the pressure.
During the play, personal foul, roughing the passer against the defense. That'll be half the distance from the end of the play. First down.
Well, Guess I don't know what the heck roughing the passer is nowadays. I mean, as a defender, I'm a former defender. I don't even play anymore, and I'm frustrated.
Right.
I'm just like, what do you want me to do? I didn't tackle him to the ground. I didn't put all my weight on him. I hit him. It was simultaneous. If I was a half second earlier, he would have still had the ball in his hands. I didn't hit him with my head. Like, what are you calling here? That was a really late flag.
1st and 10, Orem from the 11. Kaava hands it off to Iongi. He's wrapped up pretty quick. He's across the 10 to the 9. It's tough. They're really going to protect the quarterbacks. It was a high hit. And we don't have the luxury of instant replay here to judge those kind of plays. Obviously, in college, they're going to over-analyze that for targeting, and in the NFL,
yeah,
they're really protective of the quarterbacks as well.
But this is high school, man. This is like prison rules. You got to let it out.
Iongi on the carry. Oh, he's upended. A little acrobatics in the end of that run. West Jordan gets the stop. It'll be 3rd down.
Iongi handoff outside. Tripped up on the play by.
Yeah, they just do a great job. And you got a guy with speed like Iongi. You got to get him out on the edge and utilize his speed like that. Every play is at least 6 yards. Great job by him and staying upfield. Great defense right there. Great tackle. But this Orem team, look at that offensive front right there. Ground and pound. Pound it up inside.
3rd and 4 from the 6. Iongi tries to bounce outside, cuts it up and in. Is he there?
Touchdown.
It's a 1st down. Is it a touchdown? Just short. 1 yard line.
Yeah, look at this. Bounce it upside, loosen up the defense, cut it back inside. Yeah. Dangerous guy right here. Hold on, did the ball come loose? The ball came out right there.
Couldn't tell if his knees are down. They did not call it, obviously.
I don't think he was down, but hey, this is why I say it's prison rules. You don't got replay right here.
Right?
Everything goes.
Right.
Everything goes. You got cramps on the field. Somebody needs some pickle juice.
That's the secret sauce.
It's Michael's secret stuff. Man, you saw Space
Sly
Jam.
continues to preach the word. The truth that is pickle juice. It's that time of year. You see it at every level, the cramping.
It's a little warm outside. It's a beautiful night.
It really is perfect for football. That field turf was hot today at kickoff. 1st and goal from the 1. Kaava powers his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Little tush push.
And the Tigers put another 6 on the board. A 38-point lead with the PAT pending. Bad snap, still handled. Akana. The kick is good. So
that running clock
the
down.
Tigers take a 49-10 lead, and we've got a running clock unless West Jordan can find the end zone.
Yeah, that was easy.
You got a big offensive line.
Yeah, some big boys up there.
Kaava is almost as big.
Yeah, hey, it's a big-time quarterback making that happen. That's the extra push in there. It's very hard for any defense. Orem's a well-oiled machine. The way they're in and out of the huddle, the communication they have on the offensive side of the ball, even their defense is very, very sharp. This is a true team here. This is a definite contender. Can't wait for that 10th view matchup on October 16th, the end of season. It's going to be special. Probably a state finals preview. This one goes out of the end zone. Yeah, this Orem team is the real deal. They are very professional. The culture is very professional. The way they handle themselves, they are a big-time opponent. You can see why they've been contenders year in and year out.
Lance Reynolds in his second year as the head coach at Orem. Obviously the son of a great coach. His brothers all had great careers at BYU. What an incredible football family. And what the Reynolds family's accomplished here in the state of Utah is tough to match. And that legacy continues. As Lance Reynolds coaches these young men at Orem.
First down from the 33-yard line.
49-10. Here in the third quarter, West Jordan, 1st and 10 from the 33.
Number 21, Jayon Polanco on the carry. Penalty flag thrown in late in the pile for the Tigers. Number 8, Steven Scow.
Face mask, number 33 on the defense, 5-yarder. Repeat first down.
It's a 15-yard penalty. Ball will come down and be placed on the 47-yard line. A West Jordan Jaguar. First down.
Let's see here.
So West Jordan has a new set of downs at the 43.
And up the middle, Jayon Polanco.
Obviously, they don't have a new set of downs. It's going to be 3rd down. The official made a mistake there. It was not a 1st down. It's just a 5-yard face mask.
Going to be 4th down here. What do we got? Going to move the sticks? What are they doing? I got to get these.
3rd down.
Yeah, they got.
Now we got another whistle.
The markers are all wrong.
Dead ball. Snap infraction. Number 76 on the offense. Repeat 2nd down.
Down and 9 coming up for the Jaguars.
So the Jags moved back with 33 seconds left, and they'll start that clock. This could be the last play of the quarter. We'll see. 3rd and 9. Demke, pass rush coming, throws it outside. Catch is made, but it's short of the sticks.
That'll be the quarter.
Iapa with a catch. He had a touchdown earlier. West Jordan's only touchdown of the game. That will be the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break to catch our breath. We'll have the 4th quarter coming up. Orem dominating 49-10.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home.
So you can finally finish your basement and raise the value of your home.
Or pay off your credit cards and get out of debt faster.
Nice. Or simply enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit ready for a rainy day.
To learn more, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
You've been told that running is punishment. Let's help you make it your superpower. At Salt Lake Running Company, we're here to help you become a better athlete. From the gym to the track, SLRC offers all student athletes a 10% discount, free rewards, free custom shoe fits, and inserts that fit into athletic shoes and cleats. For 30 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped student athletes find the perfect fit that keeps them training and competing. Shop in-store or online at slrc.com today.
We begin the fourth quarter with a fourth down. Oh, geez. What are we doing here?
Fan whistle? Like, what was he doing?
I don't know. That was weird.
Is that a turnover on downs, too?
I have no idea what we just witnessed to start this quarter.
Ball is snapped.
Yeah, that's a ball snap. That's turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Oh, that was...
Nobody on the West Jordan side moved. Even the quarterback's like, what's going on here?
Quarterback's holding onto the ball. I'm glad he didn't drop it.
Yeah, it's... The Jags will have a lot to learn from this one tonight. This is by far their most difficult
test
regular season game. They're not going to see another team like Orem the rest of the year. I still believe West Jordan's the favorite in Region 4. They had some good competition in non-region play that'll help their RPI. They should get a pretty good seed if they do win region play. So this will be a really good opportunity for learning for this West Jordan team who has a lot of youth, but a lot of talent. This Orem team is a state title contender. This is the next level West Jordan's trying to get to, and you see the gap.
Well, at least there's a measuring stick, right? You go against some of the best competition who's kind of set the standard. You know what you have to get to. You know what training you have to do in the offseason because you played against them. You have film that you can watch and showcase the things that you need to learn and improve on. And as I said, this doesn't affect region play. You know, you still got region play coming down the stretch here. You got the playoffs that you can make things happen. There's a lot of things that can happen. We've seen that this team is talented. They can put points up on the board. They got to play a full game.
Handoff. Down the sideline, finally tackled inside the 20, inside the 15. Zach Graver. Kaava's done tonight. Their stars are done for the night.
Which is smart.
They're going to sit out the rest of the fourth quarter. We have a new quarterback now. Looks like it's Oliver Bills. Bills has played some running back tonight, number 9.
Got a rushing touchdown.
Tipped up, intercepted. West Jordan's got it. They can't get him. He's going to take it to the house. One man to beat. He didn't get him. Touchdown, West Jordan. Anthony Fale. 80 yards for the pick 6. And the West Jordan faithful have something to cheer about here in the fourth quarter.
I think they stopped the running clock, too.
The running clock? He's going to have to take a break. That lead cut to 33. With 9:31 left.
That was a great anticipation there on that play. Trying to run the screen play, undercut that, got into the end zone.
During the play, disconcerting act by the defense, number 50. That penalty is declined. Retry the try.
Disconcerting.
Disconcerting play.
What does that mean, Jimmy? Something.
The flag comes in late.
The dictionary definition of unconcerting is to make one feel unsettled.
This is football. Nobody should be settled.
That was a disconcerting play by the West Jordan defense. And it led to a pick 6. Something to cheer about. Another look.
Try. Running into the kicker against the defense.
That was a really great job.
That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The try is good.
Yeah,
Anthony Fale did a great job plucking that out of the air.
Great speed, too. He didn't slow down. I mean, knowing you got somebody chasing you, sometimes you kind of let up. It's been a long route to run all that. And he didn't slow down at all, allowing him to get all the way to the end zone.
.9:11 left to play here. West Jordan about to kick off. Up next on the schedule for West Jordan is a matchup with a 6A opponent. They'll go up north and visit the Layton Lancers of Region 1 before they begin region play on the 19th against Granger on the road.
He's tackled down at the 31-yard line. The Tigers will take over. First down, Tigers.
Next up for Orem, a trip to Wasatch. A region opener for them. They'll take a break in region play after that with a trip to Skyview, and then they'll get back at it with Maple Mountain on September 27th.
And as you said, Maple Mountain's having a pretty good start to this year.
They have a win over Spanish Fork, which was impressive. Yes, Maple Mountain's a team to look out for. And 5A, if you're looking for a sleeper team to make it to Rice Eccles.
Picks up 5 yards on the play. Second down coming up now for the Tigers.
Orem just burning clock now. They want to get on the bus and head home with a big win.
They had a running clock a second ago, so now they got to do all this.
They have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
They got their second teamers in.
Well, their offensive line is definitely surging. They're doing an inside run, and the running back's not touched for 3 or 4 yards down the field. That is a great job by the offensive line.
Third down and 3 coming up for the Tigers.
Coming up on 7 minutes left. Bills, they've got a flag.
False start. Number 77 on the offense. Repeat third down.
They'll back him up. We'll do it again. 3rd down and 8.
Why not?
Why not? We're here. We might as well. The Tigers spread it out. Bills keeps. Turns it up. Gets close to the marker. Nice run by Bills.
Number 9, Oliver Bills keeps it himself. Tackled by the Jaguars. Number 9, Keeking Lewis. Picks up enough on the play for a Tigers first down.
They're definitely burning clock with this, moving the chains, getting things done. It's a great job by Bills right there. Sweep, open field, stay in bounds.
Thompson on the handout, tackled by number 9.
Preston Thompson, a junior wide receiver, 6 feet 180 with the carry.
Coming up now for the Tigers.
Bills completes the pass.
Stays in bounds. Good job. Short pass. Eats up more clock.
Graver makes the catch.
Makes it 3rd and what, 3? Yeah, they can literally take up. This would be an 8.5 minute drive if they're able to eat up all the clock for the rest of this quarter, which is possible. They can do it. This is Jerome Bettis' time, right? This is 7-minute offense. Make it happen.
Bills hands it off. 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Now a flag comes in late.
Graver, tackled by number 81 on the play. Liam Rowley. 2 penalty flags on the play.
Have multiple fouls against the defense. Personal foul, face mask, 15 yards, first down.
$15 penalty and a first down for the Tigers at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 36-yard line. So even the second unit putting together a nice drive for Orem. Bills to pass. Over the middle. Catch is made. Excellent play.
Well, that's not how you drain the clock.
That is not. Beck Coy.
A great throw, great catch. These seam routes, as easy as it may look, they are not easy. I cut my lip. My quarterback got me set up. He threw me a seam route in high school. The free safety took my head off. And it's very dangerous going over the middle, but if your team can perfect it, it is a dangerous weapon because there's windows in the zone, and if you can hit that seam route, it is a great tool to have.
Handoff. They'll run this. Nice shoestring tackle. Thompson with the carry. That was Porter Creasy with a nice tackle. No gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 15. 3.5 minutes left to play. Bills on the option. Going to take first down inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Tackled by number 45, Derek Larkin.
So Bills, after the pick six he threw on the last drive, has come in here and done a really nice job leading this drive for the Orem second unit. Getting a chance to see the depth that this Orem program has.
Oh yeah, for sure. This, as we talked about earlier in this football game, they've been contributors all across the board. Their underclassmen have stepped up, got multiple touchdowns, caught balls, made a lot of tackles, big plays on their defensive front. But offensively, even Bills here, wow.
Bills takes a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Orem. Beck Coy with two great catches on that series, and now some tempers flare over the middle. We got a flag, but I don't think this will impact the result of the play.
No, where it's at looks like it was a after the play type deal. Beck Coy, another junior receiver.
6'4", 200.
He has 6'7" tight end, 6'4".
After the play, personal foul, number 51 on the offense. That will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
Yeah, I mean, Orem's going to vie for possible, next year being top 5 in the state.
Oh, yeah.
They got all these guys coming back. I mean, Kaava is a junior. Conway Okana is a junior.
Wow.
I mean, Oliver Bills is a contributor, running back position, all over the place. He's a junior.
Kai Wesley, junior.
Beckham Curtis, who we saw earlier, he's a sophomore. Just a lot of contributors on this team. Kai Wesley's a junior, the 6'7", 210 tight end. He's a junior. The sophomore is Beck Coy. He's a junior. He's a big target as well. You saw him 6'4", 200. So just imagine you got Kai Wesley and Beck Coy, number 5 and number 6, going side by side or one side of the offense. That's a lot of height, a lot of skill. You got your quarterback coming back. You got your playmaker and Akana coming back. You got running backs. You got assets. You got a good part of this offensive line is coming back. I mean, this team just seems like an extremely veteran team, and they got youth.
Yeah.
Well coached.
Orem will kick off with 2:13 remaining with a 56-17 lead. Once again, the running clock is back. A 39-point lead for the Tigers. With that penalty, a chance for West Jordan to get a shot at a kickoff return here. They'll get it out to about the 35. That's where they'll start this drive, which could be the final drive of the game. We'll see. 1:53 left.
Jaguars will take over at the 35-yard line. A West Jordan Jaguar. First down.
You see, you talked about how young and talented the Orem team is. West Jordan's kind of a similar deal. Demke's a junior quarterback. They got a lot of juniors on their roster that are contributing.
I mean, Iapo's a talented guy right there.
Speaking of, yeah, Nia Iapo is a junior who just had that catch. Had that touchdown earlier in the game.
Penalty flags thrown on the play.
They're going to call holding on it. I didn't see the holding call, but
Anthony Fale, who had the pick six, is a junior.
During the run, holding, number 88 on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
So tonight is going to be a frustrating night for these West Jordan players as we watch this play. But they'll learn a lot from this experience playing one of the best in the state.
Yes, they will. I mean, you have to. As a coach, You have to illustrate to your team that this is a learning experience. It's not the end of the world. You still have every opportunity. The first things first is win your region. Win your region. You're still very much in it. You've got valuable experience out of these first 4 weeks of the season. Everything starts to hit next week. But you should keep your heads held high. There were some positives in this football game. Defensively, you played pretty well. This is just an outstanding offense Orem has. Offensively, you found some things. You got playmakers. Iapo, you got to get him the football in some kind of capacity. Short game, long game. You got to make it happen. You got weapons. Figure out ways to get them the ball. Nice.
Run play for West Jordan. Nice gain here. Polanco with the carry.
Moving clock here. Clock should still go.
So Jayon Polanco with the carry. That was after a sack by
West Jordan Jaguar.
Owen Penrod for Orem. Clock's running. We might have one more play.
See, take a shot at the end zone. Get Iapo in the end zone.
Why not? From the 48.
Last play here.
They're just going to run it off and run the clock. Polanco goes down. That'll do it. Now we don't need this. We don't need this. There's no reason for this. Oh boy. We don't want to end with this.
Coaches, keep your players on the sidelines.
Oh boy.
Keep your players on the sidelines.
A lot of frustration tonight.
Good job by these Orem coaches.
For West Jordan,
and this is the part too. Orem's got to understand that people are going to be frustrated when they play you. You got to be able to control yourself in these situations and finish the football games. And in these games with class, this happens. I'm not trying to say that this is rare, but this is how you separate yourselves. In this football game, the game is over.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Nah, you don't want to see a game end with that. It's disappointing. Officials trying to sort this out.
What are they discussing? The game's over. Come on now.
The game is over. Yep, we can shake hands.
Now it's official. Let's hopefully everyone minds their P's and Q's during this hand exchange. Little fireworks at the end there, but in the end, the Orem Tigers show how dominant they can be. A legit 5A state championship contender. They come here on the road and dominate the West Jordan Jaguars by a score of 56-17. We will effort a quick post-game interview. We hope with junior quarterback Taden Kaava.
Yeah, he played great tonight, didn't he?
It was dynamite. I was really impressed having a chance to see him in person.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the state, and especially at that junior class.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, you start going through some of the names in the state. Hila Kasuga at Corner Canyon. And I'm not going to go any further than that because I'm going to miss some guys, but he's obviously head of the class. But it's a deep class of quarterbacks in the class of 2026 throughout the state that that are really impressive. And add Taden Kaava to the mix, He was dynamite tonight. Multiple touchdown passes, really did a great job leading this offense. Very impressive performance by the Orem Tigers.
Yeah, Tatum is special. I love his pocket presence. He had command of this offense. Yes, he has dynamo players like Callaway O'Connor, but this kid definitely led this football team the right way.
All right, let's go down to the sideline. Big smile on his face. The Tigers are victorious. Junior quarterback Taden Ka'awa. Taden, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us here on the Game Night Live postgame show. First of all, you got a lot of weapons behind you. Look at the teammates back behind you supporting you right now. They love you. You did a great job tonight. Just to speak just to the weapons that you have. I mean, you're obviously coming in here as a junior, but it makes your life a lot easier, right, when you've got so many skilled players there that you can lean on.
Yes. Once I get the ball out, everyone got a chance to make a play. So my main goal is get the ball out fast, let them make plays, and let the playmakers make.
One of those playmakers is Faleti Iyangi. Can you just share with us, he's pretty special, he's electric. How important is he to your team, and what makes him special?
He runs the offense. He can go short, he can go long. He's fast, he's hard to tackle. So without him, I think this offense doesn't do too well.
Man, that is awesome. Well, talk to me a little bit about the culture on this football team. I seen tonight, I was like, you guys are extremely professional. The way you guys go about your business on offense, on defense. How does Coach Reynolds got you guys thinking about this season?
We're thinking good. I think every day at practice, Coach Reynolds puts us good, fixes our mindset. We trust one another, so we just go out and ball.
You know, Taden, I'm looking at your junior class, and we were discussing late in the game there. You guys got a lot of talent coming back next year, but you look like a legit state championship contender this year. An impressive class. What is it about this group that stands out and allows you guys to be this good at this age?
I think the summer paid off. We all bonded well together, showed up to practiced hard. The first game showed it, came out a couple slow the last 2 games. But I think tonight was a night where we stayed consistent and played all 4 quarters.
And Taden, I also want to ask you guys really challenged yourself in non-region play. You got wins over 3 6A opponents. This team that you played tonight is picked to win Region 4 and 5A. How do you feel you've done against some of this bigger competition and some of the best teams in the state?
I think we did great. We watched enough film to know who we're playing and how we're supposed to play them. So I think a lot goes to the coaches, getting us watching film, practicing hard, going over scout and offensive D. So.
Taden, congratulations on your success. Congratulations to your Tiger teammates on a great night tonight. Enjoy the victory. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, that's Taden Ka'awa. What an impressive performance by him. And
yes, indeed.
Sly, we'll wrap this up. I just want to get your thoughts on this Orem Tiger team and how impressed you were tonight.
Man, I am. It's very easy. We talked earlier about how they were beating 6A teams, dominant 6A teams. We know Pleasant Grove had a great year last year. And American Fork also was a state finalist. And the way that they played them before this game, this is a dominant football team, something to be extremely aware of in 5A. But I can't wait to see how they progress throughout the season. It's very hard to go undefeated. They got Timpview the last game of the season. That is going to be a dynamic matchup. And so, as I said, this is a very professional team. Coach Reynolds, hats off to you and coaching his team, because you don't have all seniors. You got young underclassmen that are handling themselves very professionally, and it's a joy to watch, and they are a talented football team.
Tigers win big tonight here at West Jordan. We're going to keep it in Region 7 next week, Sly. Can't wait to watch the defending state champions, the Timpview Thunderbirds. They're going to be tested at home next week against the Springville Red Devils. That is our Game Night Live Game of the Week next Friday. We'll be at the brand-new Timpview High School
it's
for
been years
Springville
for that. I can't wait for that.
Versus Timpview. Shiny and new. We can't wait to take it for a test drive. So, Timpview, we're coming. We will see you next week. For Stevenson, Sylvester, and our entire Game Night Live crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you at Timpview in Provo next week. So long, everybody.